Hello everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome to this very exciting match here we have tonight between Revan and ADB here in Group A. I am once again joined by Niclas.
Hello.
And this evening we have one-way system, grassy knolls, and bridge the gap for you if we go to around 3. Revan, of course, on port 1, starting with the double para, double sapper gunner, and ADB right on time with the scout medic para, sapper, para. So looking at ADB's lineup specifically, considering that it's quite different to Revan's, what do you feel is his thinking, starting with the scout, Niclas?
I don't know. I've played a medic on this map as well against Castor, but I did it on first turn, so I could possibly get a body block or take the crates, take the guided missile and take it to a body block or something. But I don't know what his plan is on P2, and also what his plan is with Scout on P1. So
yeah, I'm excited to see what he has in mind. I don't know if he's banking on spawns being good for him to get maybe a double from the get-go, but
yeah, and I think this is a. Oh yeah, this is the terrible spawn. You can't use the shortcut from this side, I believe. Yeah.
He is making his way around, so I think he will be able to get the guided missiles so long as he does the correct... Oh, never mind, sorry. As long as he's just careful. I forgot about that slight jump, but good news for ADB. And, ooh, good position too. I always forget that you can stand there.
Yeah, that definitely is a spot, so let's see who he focuses. Possibly... Oh, he's going for safe damage, it seems.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh.
68. I mean, maybe he just wanted to have a scout in the lineup, but just to give his scout a little bit more venom. I don't know. Could be something so simple, but who knows?
Checking, he's only using one gun as well, so maybe it was just a leftover pick. Maybe he focused on the other maps more.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, here, Revan's got a good chance to...
That's very close.
He's got a good chance to nudge some pigs into some interesting areas, but that's only going to be 7 damage, and then from here, maybe a scoop?
Yeah, scoop should be enough to get him out of...
Although that's...
Is it an insecure zone? I don't remember.
Yeah, I forget half the time.
Oh,
no, yeah, that side does have the... I guess I'm going to call it the beach, but he does have to swim the long way, so that could... It's not going to be a kill. It'll be down to at least 20 or 30 health, okay.
Yeah, some hefty damage, though.
Yeah, he's got He's not in exactly the best spot, but you are able to make it around so long as your footing is good enough. And then from here he can get a tranquilizer away, but Revan can quite easily deal with that by just taking him out, or even, I'd say poison if he had a scout, but should be able to get a body block in as well. Because if ADB, as he does get the tranquilizer, he also potentially guarantees himself some damage extra damage, I should say, onto that sapper if Revan decides to break that body block, which it does look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, looks like he's going to go for the grouping up, doing some double damage. Doesn't mind the 20. Is the tree saving him? Nope.
Position's not great for his sapper now, though, as he does swim back onto the land. But yeah, like you said, that is some good grouping up.
And I believe when's... Yeah, the sapper is not next, so he still has another turn to do even more damage to these two guys. Or like, I mean, medic is gone.
Yeah, medic's dead. He wants to keep him together. Does damage himself a little bit, but medic is at a safe distance and drops the TNT. But ADB can take advantage of that now, and I guess I'd say look to do the same thing, but it's not really a good spot to try and nudge him towards the water. He can do, seeing as that sapper's going to lose his turn anyway, so there's a chance for some extra double damage. But he's got to be... He could just plant the TNT, to be honest.
Yeah, this could lead to a long-term grouping up. I mean, this guy just had his turn and but he doesn't seem to do that.
Goes to the opposite side instead, so he's looking for the big bounce into the water. Whether or not it will reach, though, we'll see. Can he bounce it off the side? Yes, he can. But gets the lucky spin, or lack of a spin, I should say. So some quick fire damage to start off from both players, even though ADB's got the guided missile. I think maybe that's why he's gone for the scout, because Revan can't, you know, because you can't see it on the minimap. Your brain's not really focused on it that much.
I think he saw him, but he goes for like safe water damage here, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose because the scout goes first, he doesn't have to think about him for a little bit. He's not that dangerous until his turn starts up again, but he's got to deal some damage to him soon, considering that his Revan's sapper has just taken his turn, so it will be his gunner last. So that maybe that gunner's going to be the one to dish out the damage onto the scout. Well, that's a good TNT. It'll drop down to at least 50, yeah, 56.
Let's see.
And now ADB can continue his rampage, not this time onto the para, but onto...
It seems to be the gunner, right? Yeah.
Somebody else. Yeah, I thought he was going to go onto the onto the sapper, but I guess leaving him open. And again, yeah, just the grouping up and positioning here. It's a tricky one. I guess he's going to, yeah, want to nudge him more towards the water, so he swims back around. But we'll just have to wait and see if he swims back towards his teammate.
Yeah, this could go either way, right? To the left or to the right.
Yeah, sometimes I think he's going to swim straight, yeah. So not quite what ADB would have wanted, but still very good water damage. And the turn lost. Whether or not that will prove to be a very noteworthy tranquilizer from the now deceased medic, we'll see in the late game, but for now it will be more jetpacks onto the sapper.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of time to pull these off, so... Oh, but he tends to... Yeah, I guess not anymore.
Side, yeah. I keep thinking he's going to push him the other way, but he should get at least another one away here. And then I guess a scoop.
I guess it could be turnover if he gets a... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, that's enough time. Needs to get it away. Oof. Keeping us on our toes. No self-damage onto himself. And again, water coming in handy here for ADB. As Songlia drops down to 30-odd health.
Yeah, I believe all of Revan's pick have now taken a big amount of damage right now.
Yeah, it's all been pretty even across the board, but here I think Revan's going to make some moves onto that scout as we predicted. Not forgetting him. Goes for the flamethrower, which is a good move, I think.
I don't know. That seems very unpredictable.
But I mean, you're going to keep him in that spot.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe it'll just be a 30 because he will jump up. Yeah, I think this is more of a good
I suppose,
idea.
But he can just maneuver away in a minute. He can just back away. I mean, that's still some damage, but I honestly would have gone with the flamethrower because he was backed onto a straight wall, so I feel like it could have been some hefty damage. And we don't see the flamethrower very often, but
yeah, would have been interesting to see what would have happened.
Yeah. I think we're going to go with the body block and guided missile combination. Not something we hear very often, but expect to see some hefty damage here once again from ADB, as he's going to use all the time available to swing it around and drop it onto the para. That's a good maneuver, considering he has had full health. And what placement, as he dies as well. So just guaranteed damage plus water. And that just shows his excellence so far with the guided missile placement. Revan still has an opportunity for more big damage with his final jetpack.
It feels like Revan has kind of gotten behind. Like ADB definitely seems like he's in the lead here.
Yeah, ADB's just kind of been on a bit of a blitzkrieg. There was just like equal damage dished across all of Revan's pigs.
Yeah.
And kind of been left a bit scattered and stunned, which is to say the least. But that's going to be decent 36 and a good bounce as well.
Oh, yeah.
That could be a kill.
Could be. Nope.
Oh, down to 7. Or 6 even. And that's not exactly the best number considering he's now most, I believe, of his... I have to look at his lineups again. Most of his paras are out of jetpacks. So low health pigs aren't your friend because they just take up so much time to take out if you're lacking a jetpack.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, that's a decent maneuver.
Oh, he's still alive though. Wow.
You should get the kill from this, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's like on 1 HP or something. 4.
Yeah, 4. So ADB on a rampage right now. And guided missile has helped. That's always the dividing factor with one-way system. Whoever gets the guided missile usually starts off on the front foot.
Yes.
But I guess combined with the going first as well.
Okay, let's see if you can reach him. There's a shortcut here, but yeah,
Is it roll?
looks good.
Expertly done.
This could be an... No, that's...
There should be an insta-kill, I think.
Let's see.
The pigs don't like to swim actually onto the bridge pieces. Those are more there for pigs to land on, rather than swim to. So there should be an insta-kill, unless he does land on it. Oh, he fell through
what?
it!
Okay.
Oh no, he's on it!
My...
And he's going to be off it. What is...
I don't know.
There it is. Okay. Well, he's dead.
Yeah, that seems kind of bullshit, but...
A little bit, yeah. I have tested those before, and that it is possible to land on them, but...
Yeah, we definitely... Yeah, me and Revan, we had this situation in a training match as well, and he just landed on there, so... Nothing big like this happening.
What is a collision box? I'll never know. But there's definitely going to be a shrapnel here. No, he's going to play it safe, I think. No, yeah, play it safe. 48 damage, no point risking it with a shrapnel. Just get the kill and move on. Which he does. I think he even wants to knock him out of bounds just for the hell of it. The kill is guaranteed, so this is just adding extra salt onto the wound.
Yeah, this is getting very close, though. I don't know the HP of the other pigs from ADB. Like, the Scout is 90 HP something.
Yeah, I honestly haven't been keeping track because there's been so much damage.
Yeah.
It's just been mayhem so far, but... I mean, ADB has... I don't know, he's been comfortable. Revan utilising that same jump again. If he can set up a strong defensive position, I mean, I say that, he's still got a guided missile, yeah, so he needs to take care of the Scout as soon as possible.
Yes, definitely. The Scout will be next, I believe, as well, so...
Yeah, I would have tried to have taken care of him sooner, to be honest. It's like as soon as a pig picks up the guided missile... 44. Okay. Yeah, as soon as a pig picks up the guided missile, they become enemy number 1 to me, but that's just my focus when I'm on this map. But I never feel like there's anywhere safe to stand.
Yeah, it does feel like there's no place to be here. Like, you always somehow can get into water.
Yeah, or just always be in a difficult position that is tough to get away from, especially when there's sappers and TNTs involved, but the sapper will fall, and that will now make it a 3v2.
Yeah, no, 3v1, right?
3v1, sorry. My bad.
So it's the lone Scout who still has... Oh, this will be tough. I think he needs to get rid of the guided missiles now. And you can see he takes as much distance as he can from the sapper because on so low HP.
I think if he had about 120 health, if he had double what he has now, then I would still be feeling confident in Revan. But that is overshot.
Overshot, yeah. 21. Not enough. That will be game, sadly.
Yeah, ADB just has to plant this. I mean, it's not the easiest shot from there, so I guess he's going to circle it around.
Yeah, true.
All banks on this. He needs to ace this. Otherwise, Revan could still be in this, but that looks good to me. It's in the right position and in the water as well. For the explosion, maybe? No, just the draft. Damn. So pretty comfortable from ADB. Guided missiles coming in handy and finishing not with the healthiest pigs in the world, but still 3 out of the 5. He takes round 1 and we move on to Grassy Knolls. So welcome back everybody to round 2. Moving on to Grassy Knolls and looking at the lineups here. Revan with the Medgren Para Sapper Scout, so one of each on the standard MoMA lineup. Meanwhile, ADB with the Grenadier Sapper Medic Scout Para. And once again, Niclas, going into Grassy Knolls of all places, what are your thoughts on this lineup?
I'm not quite sure why ADB is picking Medic on 3rd. Maybe he has a plan for that. I'm not a big fan of that, but maybe it will pay off for him since he goes 2nd now.
I'm always curious to see people's strategies with that. Like when you see, it will be Revan to go first as well, so ADB needs to pause. But I'm always curious, to see when people put medics not going first or second, what their thinking is going into it, because it's obviously not the meta. Like the medic is still there, but it's like, okay, well, do they have a plan for, or are they anticipating losing a pig early? You know, maybe just.
Yeah, or are the medics even getting a turn?
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
Third? So we know the Grenadier will go before him. And let's see what Revan's plan is for this. Maybe locking the Grenadier down?
Maybe he was just banking on. Maybe ADB was banking on going second anyway, so that's why he's trying to start with the heavy hitting Grenadier. So he's expecting the MoMA, but maybe he's gonna turn around to that med and just blast them both anyway and say screw it.
Yeah, and Revan definitely has the arsenal for it, but it looks like he goes for the MoMA, so no Mogar here.
As expected. That seems to be the strat of this tournament as well for the MoMA, aiming it all the way down to reduce the knockback.
Yeah, 2.4 is pretty good. I kind of don't agree with this. Maybe he was running out of time, but he could clearly steer the Grenadier, but he could have definitely Mogart and blasted the medic to pieces with a Grenadier and the paratroop. But
yeah. I mean, we've seen one-way system ended very, very quickly, so hopefully Grassy Knolls will slow things down a bit and require a bit more strategy. But in your opinion, Niclas,
yes.
Who would you see as, in terms of classes, who would you put as being more important, the Grenadier or the Medic? That looks a bit short as well.
Ooh, that's a big fumble.
Only 10.
Say that again. What medic? What class?
Yeah, in terms of classes, if we're playing the long game, who would you say is more important? If you've got a MoMA going on, but you have both Grenadiers on the map as well, who is the most important to you?
I guess if you don't kill the Grenadier fast enough, you're gonna have a bad time, because he's gonna be able to do like around 100 damage in the first 3 turns. So that's, I think the Grenadier is basically stronger than the medic, but the medic is more of a technical pig.
Well, that's a decent hit, and if he'd landed up there, that could have been a possibility for an explosion. But the other thing I think that Revan has to keep in mind as well with him having the MoMA in place is the change in the lineup. So of course, if you kill one pig, then the ranking of who goes next obviously changes, because there'll be a pig missing within those 5 pigs, and you can end up having the medic on the other team.
Let's see. Looked like a 50 to me, but
it was decent. I imagine a 50, but the water damage probably added an additional 10. Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole changing of the MoMA.
Yeah.
It happens so often, but you're never prepared for it when you're playing, because you think, oh sweet, I've got a kill, like I'm doing well, and then suddenly the other medic is able to take their turn.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I've just lost the MoMA. I don't feel so good now.
Yeah, you definitely need to keep it up, or just if one of them doesn't want to play with MoMA, you're gonna break it up and you're gonna kind of eliminate both of. Oh, that takes a long time.
I think you should get it away though. Goes with a high angle. That's not bad actually. Has he got it?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And that is right in the middle. That should be a kill. Like, I mean, that's going to be a lot of damage. Maybe not a kill, but got a bit excited. But still, down to 10 health. And you can see the timer there. It's barely 0.01 of a percentage of a second left.
Yeah, to me, these are like the hardest shots in the game. Like, not even shrapnels or not any of that. Because if you're down to so low amount of time and you're under so much pressure suddenly, and you need to pull this off with input lag and everything like that, that was like a perfect shot.
That was
it was a 50,
that was
right?
a peculiar amount of damage, because he was on 120, so did 51 for some reason.
That is interesting. That is weird.
Getting those head jumps in and going for the snipe just for damage for the sake of it. I imagine he'll look to poison him later once the medic on Revan's team is dealt with. So that's good maneuvers from ADB.
But we could take a little peek at the Scout's HP, which was 51 on ADB's side. We can take a long peek here, but for 77.
Revan using every second available just to think.
Which definitely makes sense. Is the power and poison damage? I actually forgot. Or is he too low now? Oh,
He's
he's
down to 10, yeah. So I just stick with the Grenadier, pile on the Gren. He's actually going to go for the Sapper instead.
I guess.
Forget about the Grenadier. I mean, it's not the worst because he's not close to the med and the moment's still going on, but I would look to just pile on the damage onto the Grenadier as much as possible, because now in this corner we've got a 2v1 with Revan's Gren down to 60. So there's a potential for a kill as long as he can get this on target and get the full 40.
Yeah, like I'm not thinking about it. I don't really like the poison because you only have one scout in your team right now, and this poison dictates if you can even skip on the whole next 5 turns. So
that's true, yeah.
And there's none of it.
Oh! I thought I just missed.
Yeah, that could have definitely been just in 39.
Yeah. ADB getting lucky as well with the damage percentage, seeing as his pig was able to walk a little bit faster and wasn't limping like you normally would on 10 HP. Don't forget it comes down to the decimal point with health in Hogs of War. So ADB technically has 11 health right now, but the way that the game deals with percentages and damage, it doesn't display it correctly. It's a funky one.
Oh. So now he goes for the Grenadier. Heal.
Yeah, decent maneuver. So I guess he can now focus all of his attention onto the Orderly. I guess he wants to nudge him towards the water. Maybe do a scoop.
Yeah, he has like this power and his Sapper left to do the damage for getting rid of the medic, which is getting to 100 now. And yeah, that should be enough if you get some water damage with the bazooka.
Yeah, just needs to plonk this right in front of him. And it should be enough. Good change of position really from Revan. That looks too long. It's going to nudge him the other direction.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, you could see his thinking from the start there, but just slightly, not poorly executed, but just lacking that final touch.
Yeah, and I believe ADB will look to it that he gets this Sapper as close as possible to his medic, so he can get this poison out of him. But
yeah.
What will he do though? He can't really. Oh yeah, he goes for a shrap. Oh, he's running out of time.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. He's going to throw it over the hill and far away.
Oh, that's too far to the left.
Maybe that's way too far. That's a lost.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that, but
what a shot!
It's always funny seeing that happen, but
that's so unlucky when it happens too.
Okay.
With the teabag, and
it also pushed the medic away from the power, so this will be even less self-damage if he goes for a TNT. But I believe he will go for a shrapnel. Let's see.
Yeah, get in lucky with that 20. Oh, not so lucky with the footing.
Yeah.
He's got to make this count. 6 seconds on the clock.
Okay, goes for the safe one. This will still do self-damage to the other pig, but...
Yeah, as long as he gets the damage away. And I guess he's fairly close to the other Sapper too, so... Not too bad.
Oh, 24.
24, and drop down. Okay. So, Revan, I guess, still technically with the advantage. The med is going to be very, very helpful in the late game, so ADB's got to get the poison on him now.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot, again, it's such a long way to go on this map. It's deceivingly long.
Yeah, positioning yourself for your game plan is very important on this map, and Revan has done a good job at that in the first turn, getting the invasion in, and then all of his pigs were close enough, like the Sapper and the Power, to get rid of the medic.
Yeah.
So that paid off.
Knowing ADB, he's oh no! And he walked down the hill, which cancelled the throw, which allowed the timer to continue.
Yeah, and then on this high level of play, this is basically a death sentence.
I knew he was going to do it too, because ADB, I've seen him do it time after time, where you obviously start to throw at full power so you can continue running forward, but just didn't pay off for him.
Yeah.
It's crazy that the margins for error are so small.
So this guy is on 36 now with poison.
Yeah, but again, he does still have a bit of maneuverability with this power. So I would I would honestly look to move him onto the high ground.
Yeah.
And try and get some shots away. I mean, I'm quite the defensive player. I think that's what I've realized over the years. I enjoy a defensive position, but ADB going for the very end. Okay.
Takes a lot of time, but he will get his move off.
No, doesn't get it, but he will take the high ground as expected.
Yeah. I mean, since you're a defensive fan and you're in luck because we're gonna have bridged the gap probably.
Oh, I know. I honestly hope that we go to it. I really do. But that's also not a great shot from ADB. Only 21 damage. You can really feel the pressure.
It's kind of.
If I was Revan, I would jump on that head 4 times and hit him with the rifle burst. But sticks for the heal instead, which I guess is not too bad.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see the order. The para. No, it will be the grenadier next. So we probably go for just another poison. Another.
But no body block, so that's a good maneuver.
But yeah, 4 head jumps wouldn't be bad because you can set up a poison kill.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think he might be playing that ahead. In terms of the positions of both of these players, ADB currently in second on 10 points, but if he does manage to win this game, he will go top of the table. Meanwhile, Revan in 5th on 6 points. If he wins, sadly he can't go 4th. Oh, sorry, he can't go 3rd because he would have needed to win 2-0 to have the better score difference. But if he does win here, if he does win this match against ADB, he does have the chance to go 4th. So still very much in contention for the qualification position. I just need to get this away. It's very, very nerve-wracking when you're on the side of a hill. Don't want to overshoot, but he gets the kill. And he also now he inherits the defensive position. So ADB looks around for that. Para on 85. Zapper on 146. And risking the shrapnel here. Doesn't want to get a 30. That looks decent.
Yeah.
Very decent.
Should be a 50 something.
Does get a 70.
Or maybe even a 70, yeah.
Oh, that was a 90 plus the 20, so...
I didn't take note of the HP, so...
Yeah, that Zapper had 146 before he fired.
Wow.
And then ended up on 76, plus the water damage. It was near enough 90, so down to 53 now.
Let's see what the game plan is now. Probably the scout, though.
Yeah, gotta nudge him towards the water, even though it'll be his turn.
No, he will be skipping.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot you mentioned the health, yeah. So the skip turn. And then it's really just the para to deal with, which is a potential, like you said, for another skip turn.
Yeah.
So long as he can get those head jumps in. So do you look to do the head jumps and then shoot the sapper? Oh, actually, no, it's the scout,
I think I would just shoot this guy now. I mean, in retro view, the poison of the sapper really paid off because he's gonna get his 3rd turn now, I believe. So
yeah, the position here is very lucky for Revan because the out of bounds wall is right there, so it's kind of giving him a little cushion to use these. But
definitely
very, very nicely done. So that'll be a 2nd turn gained, and then it's just a 4v1. Goodness me.
And it's the
And
medic.
he's still on 131. No more tranks, but he can easily heal.
Yes.
And unless ADB can pull off a miracle with his remaining shrapnels, it's not looking too good. But it's looking good for us from the neutral perspective because I want to see bridge the gap with these two.
Yeah. Bridge the gap is always something.
Yeah, it's so unpredictable. But
let's see. Oh, that
will be at least 15. No, gets the full. So he'll certainly take that as a win.
It looked like he was gonna slide off a little bit, but
yeah, I thought maybe he could guarantee just a 30, but gets the full 45, and this TNT is going to be vital. But considering that he's poisoned, I don't want to call it too soon, but the damage compared to the health is drastically different here.
Yeah, there's not a lot left to do. Is this para? No, he's gonna survive.
He's currently on 85, so there could be some fall damage here, but Revan just needs to clean up and move on, essentially.
Yeah. Just a solid 40 will probably end this, so...
Yeah.
Since he's gonna be on 20, and he's got 1 left turn to kill all of the other 3 picks, so...
Exactly, and that's unfortunate not having a shrapnel, not being able to go out with a bang, but... Yeah, like you said, he's just gonna make sure that he gets this on target.
I wouldn't even risk this, but
Oh no!
yeah.
Oh, I think if ADB wasn't poisoned, that would have been a huge mistake there. But
yeah,
not so worried. I thought he was just gonna plant it straight there.
yeah.
You can see him thinking about it. Oh, that's unfortunate. But still got some time to jump back up again. And could get the kill on the power if he really wanted to, but he's... I don't really know what he's doing, or trying to do.
He's trying to lower the TNT without getting off the top, but...
Yeah, but it still wouldn't have reached the orderly, but
yeah.
Either way, it'll still be something. But this next turn should be the one to wrap it up for Revan.
Yeah, it's the Sapper next, and if he has a TNT left.
Yeah, just hop across the water. As comfortable as you like.
Oh, what is he thinking?
I knew. I just wanted to do a 360.
Yeah, I get that.
Make us think that his controller has disconnected or something.
I think I want to see a shrapnel now. If he,
yeah. Finish it in style. That should be it. Yes, indeed. Exactly the right amount. Rimsky will perish. And oh me, oh my, we are going to the third and final round on Bridge the Gap. It's anyone's game. It's still so close. But stick around for round 3. Alrighty, welcome back to the third and final round here between Revan and ADB. Moving on to everyone's favourite, the beloved Bridge the Gap. As you can see, Revan has his final medic saved for this third round with the two scouts and the para and the gunner. Meanwhile, ADB going with the sapper scout, para scout, gunner. So, I mean, I'll start with your thoughts, Niclas.
Yeah, not that big of a different lineup, only that the sapper is replaced by the medic by Revan. Which makes sense, because if this will be a defensive game, he will be able to heal his picks if they get off some
That's very
damage.
true, yeah. My brain was thinking about offensive damage and thinking that the medic's not the greatest, but yeah, the healing is going to be huge.
Yeah, and Revan goes first.
And he is on the side that can be jumped into. In fact, it is possible on the other side too, but the bottom left corner with the airburst crates is a good, strong defensive position. Whether or not Revan will have that on his mind, we'll see. I know he's going to start with collecting some mortars because he is an orderly at the end of the day. And just getting his bearings with where everybody is. He has gone strong with the scouts, so they will be the defensive players. And he's going with the Iron Fox position here because that was the exact same position Iron Fox took against me, and he's going for exactly the same shot near enough. The distance here looks good. Gets the full 48.
Good. Plus nothing. Okay.
No.
Very close.
But the sapper already down to 102, and ADB will look to retaliate, I imagine, in the same way. But it's so strange starting Bridge the Gap and not seeing people start with paras.
Yeah, it's... I've come to find the other solution for invading, but it's more... I think this is still the superior way to play this map.
Yeah. Well, I'm terrified to see your alternative strategy for invading the other side. I'll look forward to seeing that in future, I imagine, but...
Well, I did it on the Jax match. By the way, very good shot.
Yeah, you're right. But both players starting strongly with the mortars, 48 and 46 respectively, and the bigger part here being that the scout is now down, and he's going to have to snipe from a tough position.
Yeah, but very doable.
Yeah, should be an easy 40 here, so long as he can maintain the scope. We've talked about sniping a lot recently, and that looks good to me.
Nice.
So just keeping the damage going, especially when you're down in the pit, you've just got to maintain the damage regardless of your position. And just the fact that both players have brought double scouts and the single remaining paras as well. They're very similar with the lineups, both with a single gunner. It's just ADB lacking that medic, so he's gonna, as we can see here, wanting to delete him, but that's gonna be too short. No, it's not. It's gonna be decent with a 32.
Yeah, I just thought about the scout down there is also very bad that it's the second turn, because he's not going to be able to pick up a jetpack even on his second turn. Jetpacks, I believe, are dropping at turn 16, so it will only be the third pick that should be able to pick it up.
Yes. I mean, do you think that ADB will deliberately go down and take them away from Revan to not allow him to jetpack around?
I mean, it does make sense, because even if it's not only mobility, it's because you can also do extra 20s as well.
That is true.
Oh, this looks like too short. This could have been a full power shot.
In front. No, that looks good.
Oh, never mind.
We can't gauge our mortars today, but these two they're on fire so far. And ADB finally looking... No, okay. Wants to go instead for the defensive position. It looks, yeah. He's saying, screw it, I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want to lose a turn.
Yeah, but you always have the problem of grouping up here. So even if you can hit the box or you don't hit the box, as long as you hit one of these guys, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, he just needs to go full power here to reach the other side, which he does. And that should be, bang on.
Yeah, drop the medic job. Nope.
But he'll take that 72 damage onto the orderly in the last 2 turns.
Yeah, so far I haven't seen any missed shots.
Yeah, they've all been very consistent. And right now for me, it's kind of highlighting another, not issue with Bridge the Gap in bringing the medic, but again, it kind of makes him target number 1 in a way. Yes. And when you're playing very defensively, it's really not the best pick. Because you can pick up mortars, but you're going to be facing some instant damage within the first 3 turns of your opponent. So, and that looks too long.
It's a bit too
only
long.
18.
Only 18. Very big slide though.
Yeah, needed to drop it just a little bit shorter. I only know that because of mortars. I did the same thing. Speaking of, that will be another ×3. And I think a final hit here onto the orderly, which should... No, almost. Maybe another turn after. Maybe he'll look to get another poison. Yeah.
Oh.
Looking to play the long game, but there's still that 3 damage needing to be dealt, but I think he'll just say screw it. Screw it and go for the poison anyway. But again, he's got to make the throw too.
Yeah, he has a gunner on next, so...
True. Maybe he'll just look to guarantee the kill. Revan will look to do the jump. Almost. Second time? No. Third time, maybe? Yes, does get it. And that's a good position to be in with a gunner of all people. So he just needs to do about, 95% power should drop this in.
Yes. Even in,
that looks
or...
a bit too short. No, a bit too long. It's perfect.
Oh
what am I
my
saying?
God.
Ignore me. He got it bang on. And the slide down, too. Oh, I'm gonna shut up when it comes to mortars because these guys are just on point today.
Yeah, we haven't seen one miss so far. I think this will define who's gonna be able to pick up the win. If you're gonna be able to hit all of your shots now, or if you're gonna, in the long game, these 50s will come around the corner.
The single miss is gonna be huge. I'd go for the bazooka here, honestly. I play it safe because that looks
a bit too long.
I'm gonna shut up. That's gonna drop in between. Yeah, too long. He will slide. No, doesn't slide down.
Yeah, but the healing is... Yeah, who are you going to heal? I don't think the gunner is on damage right now.
Yeah.
Oh, but he can body block, though.
Oh, he can, and he can gain the extra turn, so that's going to be a big plus for the med. But also, once again, highlights another issue with the medic here on a map like this, is that when you are down to low health, you can't really make it with the healing, because you've got a long way to travel.
Yeah, I think, but this will come in clutch if all the picks are going to get down there in the later point of the game.
If Revan's able to start throwing them down, because those 2 scouts in the behind this sapper are fairly-ish close together.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. He's not taking any chances. No.
No, just trying to remove both of them, regardless of that. Looks a little bit. Yeah, the power just was lacking a little, but
Yeah.
the extra damage here from the medic dying should be enough.
Yeah, evades the skip turn, but yeah.
At what cost?
Yeah. It's basically a skip turn from both, like only eliminating the power and the medic. But in red, if you look at it, a 60 HP power and an 8 HP medic looks like a good turn from Revan.
Yeah, but we need to start seeing some poisons now, I think, from ADB. There's a prime target down there in the pit. And now that the medic is dead, yeah, he can start to dish out those poison grenades. Not before changing his position, because, yeah, there is still a chance to be poisoned if you're on that lower ground. You can just run across the bridge and chuck one over. So, got to keep his position in mind here.
He's thinking it could be
the full power. That looks a bit too long, yeah.
Finally, we were right.
Yes,
we got one.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good change of position, and I guess that will set the power needed for Revan here. He uses that as a baseline.
Yeah, that looks good. Oh, maybe a bit too.
Oh, the blip as well.
Yeah.
Always plays a part. And that looks decent. It's going to fall a little bit short.
Maybe some extra 20s. Yes. Oh, he's sliding right through to
a 6 and a slide down too. We have both scouts down now. With 2 scouts up, 2 scouts down.
Yeah, he's going to be able to pick up the jetpack.
Yeah, that's a good timing, I guess, for ADB. So,
Yeah.
I mean, would you stay down here and deal the damage and then throw a poison onto the scout, or would you just escape?
I think he's on very low HP. I don't know. Okay, he's getting back up to his side. Okay.
He's going to escape, but he's not going to... I don't think he's going to have enough time to really do anything unless he decides to throw some poison. But the position here is not great.
Yeah.
He is going to flip it around, but he's still at risk of being knocked back down again.
Well, that's a bit too short, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, wait.
He gets
okay.
it. Oh, goodness, ADB has been lucky over the years with those. We've seen it with grenade launchers before, and he's done it again with the poison grenade.
Let's see. So there's a little room to screw this one up since there's 2 pig in the range. So somewhere along the lines.
Oh, that's gonna be a bit short, but I honestly see Revan with the advantage here.
Yeah, 41. I think this guy can be skip turn, alright? Or was he on 56? Or no, then never mind.
51, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then it's only 10 HP left for this guy.
Yeah, but Revan just has 2 full health pigs, the para on one side, the gunner on the other, in the very, very strong defensive positions.
Yeah.
And considering that he aced that mortar to blast ADB's pigs out, which ended up costing him the para in the end because he slid down.
Yeah, and you can see this move was... I don't know about... Yeah, and this would...
He's going for it anyway. I mean, that's a use of time. Oh, just over. So unlucky.
I mean, he just got down there to steal the jetpack from this
yeah,
guy. There was no other use for
down, but it's costed him offensively, and the position of his gunner there on 93, just dead center in the middle of the map. He is in prime position to be pushed down, and that should be good damage here as well. Yes, another full 40, and the additional splash gets the 15. Oh, baby, look at that position.
Yeah. Oh, can we see the scout's HP? No, I guess not.
Not yet, but that's prime real estate for a bazooka or mortar shot.
Yeah, or even a double poison, because one of the picks is already still low.
Yeah,
he's
ADB
gonna...
here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. He's gonna explode and do some. The poison's gonna be there for the other picks, so that feels like a huge opportunity for Revan.
Yeah. Do you see this this potential for a skip turn being worth it? Because I honestly don't.
Oh, and there's the 30. I never trust these straps.
Yeah.
So
not going to be enough. And
it
he
feels
can just...
like he's going for it. Like he's going for a
Yeah.
jetpack, definitely. But this will be very short on time.
Yeah, but I think just the getting out of the pit is enough, really. Unless he decides to throw a spanner in the works and fly in the other direction. No,
Yeah.
he's going to chuck a mortar up there and go for the double damage, I think.
Yes.
He's got to go for it. I think a little bit more. No, that's the... Okay, that is the right side.
Well,
and
it
he
looks
has
perfect.
aced it. Look at that. Oh. 47, 41.
And are they going to group up?
Now.
Oh, there's some extra, right?
Gets the kill on one, 8 damage on the other. And there was a double.
Incredible.
Yeah. Goodness. So 93 health gunner, 102 health sapper versus 2 full health pigs and still a scout on the other side. ADB has got a lot of work to do with no mortars remaining after this shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's opting for the long game here. This gunner is still in the box, so that's a very tough shot.
Got to ace it, but that looks decent. It's so difficult to tell because the margin for error, like I said, is so small. That could drop short.
Oh,
no,
never mind.
He does get it. Pushes him out, and that is a game changer because, I mean, Revan can jump back in again, but yes. I think if ADB can maintain that...
Is the Para on full HP as well?
Yeah, Para's on. Yeah, Para and Scout both on full HP, so he's still got a ton of work to do.
Revan's definitely got the lead here. He's got a jetpack here as well. No. Oh, okay, it's just these pesky grenades. Okay.
Yeah, so ADB's got to bank on dealing some big shrapnel damage, but yeah, that poison is a must at this point.
Poison does make sense here. Yes. Again on the sapper. Feels like he's got it out for them.
Yeah. So he needs to. I'd honestly deal the damage onto the scout, but he's going for the Para instead, which is not a bad maneuver. But again, because of, I guess he can throw him down with a TNT, place it through the wall, but he's going for a shrapnel.
Yeah, I believe he thinks it's Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just place it through and blast him out of that strong defensive position. And he's banking on not taking any damage. The wall should protect them. Yeah. And does drop him down as well. So this is still very much game on. Just need to keep in mind that scout. Oh, sorry, it's a 4v2. I forgot the other scout was still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, but I think he's pretty low on HP. Let's see.
Revan says, no thank you, I'm going to remain up here.
Yeah, it's gonna hit off another jetpack, yeah. Oh, but that's... Is that border? Okay, works out.
Yeah, and I guess go for the scoop for the sake of it, why not? Goes for the bazooka, changes his mind, air burst time. And that is lovely placement, although he does drop him. Oh no, he's on top. That's an annoying number, but now EDB's got to maneuver elsewhere to get a shot on those guys in that top left corner.
Yeah, and he also needs to evade getting poisoned right now, because that would be a death sentence as well.
I honestly feel like it's too big of an uphill climb given the health difference. If this gunner was still on full health and the Sapo was maybe a tiny bit healthier. Yeah. But because he has no poison advantage, he's got no mobility. He's banking on the bridge and protecting him to make his shot a bit tougher. Oh, sorry, he does still have a poison pig down here.
This could be a turn skip. I have no idea how much HP this guy got.
If it is, it could be huge. No, it is just a kill, so not exactly what he would have wanted, but gets rid of one scout. And, this gunner on exactly the same amount of health.
Oh, with the jetpack as well.
Goodness. If I was Revan, I would probably stand on the bridge and just shoot the airburst. Just deal some damage onto the gunner is just kind of guaranteed to put him in a strong position. And, yeah, cautious of the cliffside.
Yeah, you definitely want to play it safe right now if you were Revan at this point.
Yeah. Any maneuver that doesn't guarantee damage here, because if that falls under, which it does, it's going to be a big plus for ADB, because he can just go for a suicide here with a shrapnel.
Yeah.
Which will make it a 2v1. There will still be the full health scout. I know I keep saying it, but it is full health.
Yeah, it does seem like this won't change anything, this miss, but...
But if it does end in a kill, it will be huge.
Yeah.
because you can never rule out ADB, and only the 30. No extra damage on anyone. Not what he would have wanted. So Scout now can get the poison, honestly, and that should call it a day, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah, after that missed bazooka, he just opts for a shot now.
Doing some blimp sighting, I see.
Who's in there?
Yeah. Major Grimly, is that you?
Yeah,
So there should be some damage to knock him down to 53.
Don't hit the bridge. Okay, let's see.
From that point onwards, I mean, there's no jetpacks down here. So
Yeah,
he can only rely on his bazooka to do anything.
oh yeah, he has nothing left for that.
It's such a difficult position to be in. I thought he could have come back had he been able to deal some shrapnel damage there, but it's just too much to deal with at the very last. So Revan should be able to clean things up here. He does still have an airburst as well, I believe. I could be wrong. I am wrong.
A jetpack. Jetpack is enough.
Yeah. Get that solid 60 and finish it.
So,
Which is
yeah,
really going to spice things up.
This win definitely shakes up the table right now.
It does, yeah. It puts a lot of pressure on the rest of us. There's just still plenty of games to come this week, but this final shot, Revan guarantees the win and takes it 2-1 against ADB here on Bridge the Gap. What an insane match. That's ADB's first defeat of the season. Revan goes 3-2, so 3 wins now for him, 2 losses, takes 3 points and moves up to 4th place in Group A. What an insane match overall. What are your final thoughts, Niclas?
Yeah, very crazy. This was like, I think, the best Bridge the Gap we have seen so far in terms of gameplay. Like, very little mistakes, but a very technical side of the map. So, very defensive. So
yeah, very defensive, but very consistent. And whether or not Revan can take that going into the final week, we will see. We hope you can join us for that. Again, still plenty of big games to come. Group A is nowhere near finished yet. But we'll find out the results, I guess, for everything next week. So join us then, and we'll catch you all later for the next one.
bye-bye.